I'm gonna need you to put a bimini in this real quick.
With these evolutions, new styles develop, new techniques.
Go ahead, fire it. I don't think there's much tide at all. Bottom fishing has always been one of my favorite fisheries. That's a grouper. That's a grouper.
Our goal was to see what's down there.
We're gonna get eyes on what's down there. Driving over this bottom, fishing this bottom, and I have no idea what I'm fishing.
All right, Richie, moment of truth. That thing just hit the weight. Look at that thing!
It's trying to eat it.
Trying to eat the weight. I thought that was just the bottom. Look at this.
My name is Ali Hussainy. I grew up in Southern California and now operate one of the largest sport fishing websites in the world.
Another day at the office.
My office, not yours.
I'm Rush Maltz,
I got you. What you seeing?
Florida Keys native and career fishing guide for the past 20 years.
Fish. When I come out to California, you can let me catch all the 300-pound tunas.
Our passion is our profession, and we know there's more to fishing than just the catch.
There's a good mark right there. That's what I like to see.
That's the one. He's not superstitious because that's bad luck. Woo. All right, get with him. Come with him.
We explore the people, places, and species that make up the culture of fishing.
Oh, Operation Deep Drop. I've been looking forward to this for a long time.
Well, we finally got the weather.
You know, like anything, fishing is constantly evolving. With these evolutions, new styles develop, new techniques. You know, there was vertical jigging, and now, you know, there's slow pitch. And one of those new techniques to emerge in just recent years, thanks a lot in part to technology, has been deep drop fishing.
Got these cameras,
Yep.
and these are from Hooker. All right, so basically, we're gonna get eyes on what's down there. You know, growing up for me, deep drop fishing was a big commercial industry. It was pretty foreign to us, you know. We would see the guys around the dock, we'd be spear fishing or hook and line fishing, and we would see these big commercial boats coming into the dock with these pretty much exotic fish to us, because these are fish we never got to see.
I mean, every fisherman wants to see where his catch lives and what it actually looks like down there. You know what I mean?
Normally, 100, 200 feet, that's reachable. You could dive it and go see what's down there. 5, 6, 7, 800
Nah,
feet.
that ain't gonna happen.
You need a submarine. Bottom fishing has always been one of my favorite fisheries. I love bottom fishing, and the reason for that is not just the species, but I've always been fascinated by the bottom. This is gonna be more for just seeing the bottom.
Okay.
What kind of bait's down there? What's living down there?
You know, Rush has an inherent advantage over really any fisherman down here in the Keys that is not a diver or a very experienced diver. He's seen where these fish live. He's seen how they relate to structure. And you just cannot beat that kind of information that you're gathering as it relates to a spot, as it relates to a species, and as it relates to a time of day.
But as you can see, the GoPro goes right in here.
One thing that I think all fishermen ask themselves, you know, when they're fishing in the ocean is, what does it look like down there?
Well, let's put this reel on.
Yeah, Roger. Let's
We'll get the cameras out.
I do it all the time. I'm fishing a piece of structure, I see it on the sounder, and in my brain, I'm trying to take what that machine is telling me and kind of transcribe that into what I would actually be seeing if I was down there. Our goal today was to see what's down there, kind of understand the structure, and then try to catch, you know, what we're seeing.
One of the great things, and the thing that really fascinates me about deep drop fishing, is the unknown. I'm gonna need you to put a bimini in this real quick, and I'm gonna get out some hooks. You know, you fish a reef in 10 feet of water, some of these washout reefs we have, they're sticking out of the water, they got a marker on them. You know, pretty much everybody knows about that. You know, you move out a little deeper to that next zone, 150, 200 foot of water, a little piece of hard bottom. Well, you know, that's a little more secretive. You're catching some fish until you kind of see somebody in the area. Now it's starting to go through your head. Well, maybe he knows about it. I think this thing's bounced off the bottom a few times. You get out there in that deep water and you see a little bump on the bottom. Well, the first thing that goes through my mind is this could be a virgin piece of bottom. And what we're gonna do when I get up to it, you're gonna drop it down. You can turn the clicker on. I wouldn't, it'll drive you crazy. Back it off just enough so that thing's falling as fast as it really can without backlashing.
Okay.
Once you see that thing hit the bottom, lock it up, bring up the slack, and basically you're looking for that thing to bounce off the bottom. Boom.
Oh, you're gonna keep pounding on the bottom?
Boom. Yep, you don't want to lay it down because then the hooks will get caught in the bottom. Once the deep drop fishery really became popular and I started learning more about it, it was a whole nother set of reef, a whole nother set of bottom that I was learning. Go ahead, fire it. I don't think there's much tide at all. Let's fire it. It looks like I'm holding right on top.
You dropping it from here with that slack, or bring it closer to the tip?
Here, you go by the reel and I'll drop it right here.
Deep drop fishing is typically when you're fishing over, say, 500 feet deep, and sometimes as deep as 3,000 feet.
So interesting, you know, what lives down there.
I'm telling you.
It's so foreign and so alien.
What has made that all possible in recent history? Well, number one, the most important thing is braided line. That strong, thin diameter line will allow you to fish deeper with less hassle.
There we are, bottom down.
Yeah, turn that off a little bit. Looks like you're bit already. That didn't take long.
Are you kidding me?
Go ahead, give it a little bit of gas.
You want to load them up or no?
Just go ahead, bring it on up. Go ahead.
The other big technological advancement is the electric reel. You know, electric reels have been around forever.
Damn.
Pretty neat, huh?
That's sick. Full drag?
Oh, you're fine. These here.
Tackle companies, especially the Japanese companies, started to produce these small, very powerful electric reels that would allow you to fish at depths, you know, that you previously couldn't.
And that doesn't seem like a giant fish, but nonetheless, a delicious fish.
Hey, he's got to get a plane ride to San Diego.
I'll probably, I see him. Looks like you got more than one. Oh no, you got two different species.
Wow.
You have a snowy and a tile fish.
And that tile's trying to get away, brother.
He ain't going anywhere. The snowy got away.
That's why it was fighting the whole
snowy
way.
got away, right?
No, he's still hooked.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna.
Oh no, he's not going. That tile's not going anywhere.
We're just gonna come here, and I'm gonna grab the weight. Not a bad first drop.
You got to be kidding me, dude.
Wait till you eat some of this.
Oh no, I've eaten it, and that's why it's going home with me. That tile fish is amazing. I mean, that's a big, old, fat mess of good eating right there.
Dude, one drop.
One drop. You gotta be kidding
Dinner
me.
served. Next spot.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Let's just keep moving.
No, I'm with you. That's so rad how fast that happened and how big those fish are.
Local knowledge is brought to you by Evinrude, Penn, let the battle begin. Yeti, built for the wild. Seakeeper, once you feel it, you'll never boat without it. Seagar, the inventor and perfecter of fluorocarbon fishing lines. Bubba, the ultimate lifestyle. Nomad Design, crafted by experience. And by bdoutdoors.com.
Let's make one more drop here before we... Dropping these baits and hitting a specific spot, it's not easy.
Maybe the toughest aspect of this deep drop fishery is not in the rigging or even locating the fish or any of that stuff. It's being able to hit the spot. And when I say hit the spot, some of the spots you're dropping on are the size of a pickup truck.
Let me just see our drift.
You're dealing with wind and current that are pushing the boat differently throughout the day, and you need to be able to position that boat directly above that spot, let the wind and current carry you, fire down your baits, hopefully hook some fish, and then rinse and repeat, and rinse and repeat.
I think I missed it there, buddy, and it is a little tiny piece, and if I'm not hitting it dead on, I don't have a lot of, faith that we're gonna get bit.
No, at this depth, man, you're probably gonna miss it as much as you hit it.
One of those things where you can't get frustrated, you have to be patient, and you can't rush yourself through it.
You want me to let it soak a minute or bring it up?
I would bring it up. Me personally, I even talk myself through it. Okay, my drift is this, my heading is this, the wind is coming out of this direction, I need to go X amount of feet in front of the spot to hit it dead nuts. That's
Something's
a
on
grouper.
there.
That's a grouper. That's a better grouper there.
I'm afraid
Watch
to stop
your
this
fingers.
handle. I know, but I want to keep.
They can spin. See how it's stalling the reel out? Now that's a better fish there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and there's.
Did you just pull the hook? You definitely just pulled the hook.
Do we?
That was a better fish.
Yeah, it was stalling the reel.
Oh, wait, he's still there.
Oh. Maybe that's a barrel. That might be a barrel. See that jerky?
That's a different fish.
That might be a barrel fish.
With that bit 50 or 100 feet off the bottom.
Yeah, that might be a barrel fish.
Yeah, that doesn't
We
look...
pulled the hook on whatever we had, and see how that's fighting? I bet that's a barrel fish.
Oh, no way. I'll be so stoked.
Bottom fishing really brings out that 12-year-old kid.
Oh, now that's acting like a barrel fish or a shark. But I'm hoping for barrel fish.
When I was a kid, all I knew about deep sea fishing was there was sea monsters. There was big stuff, there was crazy stuff, there was weird stuff. There was all this stuff in the ocean that I wanted to go explore.
I can see it there. Does it look dark? No, that's a grouper, isn't it?
Wow.
No, it's a barrel.
Oh, it is a barrel.
Beautiful barrel.
Sick.
And I feel like the deep drop fishing sort of brings out that kid, and not just myself, but like Rush and all my buddies. Like, we all want to know what's down there. We want to see what's down there. And most importantly, we want to catch what's down there.
Is he kicking a lot?
Oh, yeah, he's pissed.
Okay.
He's
I got
actually...
a gaffle.
Yeah, you're not going to want to grab this one.
All right.
Oh, dude, I'm so stoked.
Hold on. Back
Here, you
and
want me
drag
to
off just a
take the
hair.
cap off again? Oh, you do have it on.
I have it off. Oh, God.
What do you do for a day job?
Sick.
What?
That's a big one too, dude.
Is that
That is a big old barrel.
straight up prehistoric sea monster, dude? That is so rad. Now, what's that on his mouth? Just coloration? Or?
Yeah. This
Weird.
is Cade's favorite fish to eat right
Oh,
here.
really?
He loves these.
Well, he can watch me eat it.
Wait till you see how much meat comes off of one of these.
Oh, they just straight me. You got a little head on him, huh?
all meat.
Tail
though.
like a cobia, though.
Yeah.
What
yeah.
a weird fish. So rad. Look at that eye. You can definitely tell where he eats.
Down on the bottom.
Deep.
So that was crazy. We had a grouper on. We pulled the hook.
Yeah, and I would guess I was 50, 75, 80 feet off the bottom.
Not a
something like
bad
that.
consolation prize.
No, and he came in and just smashed it.
Dude, it's such an awesome fish, man.
I thought it was such a long shot. I'm so stoked.
Well, I don't catch a whole lot of these, and I'm really interested to see what's down there and what he's feeding on, and if I could learn a little bit about it.
Oh, we're sending that camera down.
For years and years, driving over this bottom, fishing this bottom, and I have no idea what I'm fishing. No idea what it is down there. Let's get it in the water. One day, I was surfing through the internet, seeing different footage of this camera going down in a housing. I thought, what better way to see the bottom than to actually put eyes on it, capture some footage, and bring it up and see it. Come on. Feed me right there. 763. Still in the meat, all the fish. Whatever is down there, we're gonna see what it is.
So another great product from our friends at Hooker is the Hooker Cam. And what that is it's just this really cool housing that's machined out of resin. It's 100% waterproof. It's probably an inch thick. It's
Just hit, bring it up a little bit. Couldn't really have hit it much better than that.
and you can rig it in line with a sinker, or you can even put your bait rig on it, and it will hold a GoPro basically upside down looking at the bottom.
That should be about 30 feet off the bottom.
And what this does is it gives you a quick, easy, and affordable way.
I would bring it up.
Get a look at the bottom, what the structure looks like, and try to relate that again to what you're seeing on your machine.
All right, Richie, moment of truth. Let's see what we got on our card.
I'm thinking we're gonna see a few grouper down there.
I'm thinking I'm gonna see a chupacabra, but that's just me.
Starting to see it.
Oh, what was that? I saw fish. Look at the bottom.
Look how clear. Oh, that's like structure, like a wreck.
Is that a wreck? Oh, wow. That thing just hit the weight. Look at that thing.
It's trying to eat it.
Trying to eat the weight. I thought that was just the bottom. Look at the size of that one.
Look at that. Look at this.
Whoa,
That's
look
why
at
they
the
call them a
spots.
snowy. See all the spots on them?
Dude.
Look at that one over there.
Did you eat the weight again?
In the outskirts. Look at how clear that is. I'm really impressed by
Unreal.
how clear the footage is.
Unreal. That is too cool, man. I didn't think we would see that much stuff.
I think he's eaten the weight a few times and figured out that it's not.
Yes,
it's
that's-
not what he's looking for. That's a tile fish right there.
I think it was a
isn't
little
it?
tile, yeah.
Can't tell.
What's that?
That might be a tile.
Tile, or could that be a barrel? Oh wait, I mean it's a
Not a
grouper.
barrel.
No, it's a grouper. See the
Yeah.
big tail on them.
Look at them balled up around that thing.
Is that a different kind of grouper?
No, same one.
Really?
Oh, they're fighting.
I think the coolest thing that the hooker camera did for us was, you know, it provided confirmation. Like, you always are thinking, you've always got this in your head, but then when you see that image and you see those groupers down there, and they're even trying to eat the sinker. I mean, it tells you these fish have not been touched. You know, this is probably a spot that nobody's ever fished before if it holds that number of old, slow-growing fish. And it just reinforces the fact that it is possible to go out and find a spot, look at it, drop, and be able to catch fish off of it. I mean, that's the fisherman's cycle right there.
That is amazing.
I'm really blown away by how clear it is.
Caught a grouper, caught a tile, saw a grouper, saw a tile.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
bad.
Let's go drop again.
I'm impressed. Let's go back and get the rest of them.
Local knowledge is brought to you by CV Boats. Lead the way. Costa. See what's out there. Mustad. The standard in saltwater. AFTCO. Any fish, any water. Sea Deck. Your boat deserves Sea Deck. JL Audio. How we play. Casa Vieja Lodge. Experience 5-star angling in tropical Guatemala. The Saltwater Angler, Key West. And by Taco Marine.
Anywhere from 20 pounds to 2 pounds. The Rosebud.
Catching giants is all we do.
Black belly rosefish.
Yeah, that is the closest thing to a cod I've seen on this coast. So, you know, Rush, having spent his whole life down here fishing, diving, looking, catching, whatever.
All right, my man, we've seen what's down there. Let's go catch one.
Bombs away.
He can relate what he sees on his chart plotter or his sounder or both and actually kind of visually figure out what's gonna be there. He knows what to expect by looking at the marks, looking at the bait that's present, and that's what makes an upper echelon fisherman.
There's a biter. Small. Oh. There's a grouper.
Taking what you've seen in the past and not just being happy to have caught a fish, but you want to know why you caught that fish. And a lot of times it's that why that separates the good fisherman from the great fisherman.
Now that looks a little bit like the other one, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean the barrel?
Yeah.
It does. It could be a tile. But I would say grouper. There could be a couple tile fish down there.
So the snowy grouper is a really cool fish. It's a deep water grouper. Like most deep water species, it's great eating. Unlike most deep water species, it's a fighter.
So now will a grouper still be fighting this close to the surface? I don't see any float.
No. That grouper pretty much have given up. I'm assuming there's a couple tile fish or maybe one big tile fish.
The funny thing about the snowy grouper is we've caught them in, you know, South Carolina, we've caught them in Mexico, we've caught them in the Keys here.
Deep color.
I see them. That's clear, huh?
It is crystal. God, that watercolor is as nice as it gets. Is that
You got
one
two
grouper?
Fish there. One's a grouper for sure.
I think one of the things I enjoy most about fishing is evolution. You know, California, it was impossible to catch a swordfish. All of a sudden, we're catching swordfish.
There we go.
Look at that, dude. Oh my
Pretty
gosh.
cool, huh?
I love catching grouper. That's so awesome.
This deep drop fishery was not available before braided lines and electric reels. Now all of a sudden, we can go make drops in 12 or 1,500 feet.
What's that one weigh?
15.
Gosh, man, the
14.
40-pounder has just got to be
They're
insane.
huge, dude. They're
Insane. It looks like 25 pounds, you know? Just the profile of it.
So the evolution of fishing, I think, is what keeps things interesting for guys like me and Rush that are fortunate enough to do a lot of it. And it keeps us learning and it keeps putting more tools in your toolbox. And that, I think, is one of the most exciting things about our sport.
Wow. Well, I wonder,
We
if this
saw
one,
him.
I wonder if this is one of the guys we saw on film.
I don't know. We're gonna have to go back and take a closer look, see if it looks like them, huh?
That is awesome.
Whoa.
So rad to see it, target it, catch it.
just like anything else, you do something once and it strikes your imagination. Well, what else is down there?
That's the coolest thing ever.
That was the goal coming out, you
Yeah.
know? Caught some cool fish and some good eats too.
I
You gonna
got-
take some of this back home?
Oh, for sure. I got a bunch of personal or firsts, you know? Never caught a barrel,
Like-
never caught a Rosie.
Look at the snowflakes starting to come out a little more brilliant on this
Yeah,
side.
same with this. Oh, he's lighting up. That is so cool. It's hard to believe that fish only weighs 14, 15 pounds. It's so big.
He might weigh a little bit more, 17.
Awesome.
You ready to go, man? We got a big day ahead of us tomorrow.
Yes, sir. That was a great day of fishing, dude. Close to home. Get back at a reasonable hour. I like that.
Like that?
Bunch of delicious fish.
Let's do it,
That's
man.
a win. Let's roll.